everyone, thanks so much for tuning to Sin's Workshop. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. So today we are going to be reviewing The Blonde Dies First. This book is so good. Or is it The Blonde Girl Dies First? Pretty sure it's just The Blonde Dies First, but it's amazing. It's pretty much if Jordan Peele wrote a Scream movie, and I love Jordan Peele. Like, his horror movies are, I have yet to have an issue with any of them. They are, in my eyes, perfection. I love them so much. And I love the Scream movies. I love the Scream franchise. Just the way that they play on the tropes, and, it's great. And that's exactly what this book does. That is exactly what Joelle Wellington does with this book. It's just phenomenal. You've got your main protagonist. She is Devin. She's queer, she's colored, and she is like outrageous out there. She's like the artsy type of person. She loves to bleach her hair. She loves to bleach her bangs. In fact, the book starts with her, not bangs. The book starts with her bleaching her eyebrows. She likes how they make her look weird and strange, and I'm just like, ooh, yay. She's so creative, and she has a twin sister, Drew, who is a genius. You know, she's about to graduate high school a whole year early, and not just a regular, it's one of those gifted high schools. Like, she's an academic, right? So they are a little bit strange. You can tell that they do have somewhat of a strange relationship. And they go to her friend's graduation party. Not her friend's, her sister's graduation party. She's like, this is gonna be the best summer ever. Like, I'm gonna not fight with Drew at all. Like, Devin is determined. She is determined to make this the best summer ever and not ruin anything with her sister. Okay, their relationship is strained and their relationship is complicated. They're twin sisters, totally different paths, and they each feel like the other one has abandoned them. So it's a book as much about horror as it is about the sister dynamic. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the sister dynamic before I gush about all the horror elements. It's really interesting how Devin is just like, you kept walking ahead of me, and Drew's whole mentality is, no, you just stopped walking beside me. They each feel abandoned by the other one, and you can see the strain and the rift between them. But let me just Drew is the asshole. As far as the horror tropes are, she's the asshole. And they establish that. You know, you've got your blonde, and then you have your token queer, and then you have the asshole, the nerd, the independent girl. I mean, you've got all the tropes. And everyone thinks, well, Drew's the nerd. Like, nope, you're actually the asshole. And it totally makes sense in the story. I love the way that Wellington just riffs these tropes and also focuses on really building that characterization, because they really go hand in hand. Because as we're reading it, you're discovering, okay, yes, horror movies tend to put characters into boxes. You know, they tend to put them into a box, right? But as Devin and Drew and all of her friends soon discover, yeah, this one person can be the final girl, but so can this character. This character can also be the asshole, but also the nerd. You know, this one can be the token love interest. This one can be the token queer rep. I mean, it's so full of flips, basically. You know, I mean, you're flipping the switch. She's flipping the narrative a lot and analyzing, just like, don't let society put you into boxes. Yes, you're the blonde, but you're more than just the blonde. You're the nerd, but you're more than just the nerd. You're the final girl, but you're more than just the final girl. It's like flipping it to really develop these characters and make them really fleshed out, real characters. And I love their dynamics. And I love this friend group. They're all a bunch of misfits, but they're so loyal to each other. But they're not without their, you know, complications. They're like a little found family, this group, and I love that about them. And I loved laughing when I was reading it and being like, yes, I was just the slasher fan in me loved this book so much. The Scream fan, the one who loves to watch horror movies and then just analyze. You know, I'm that person. I'm just like, nope, you're not supposed to split up. I'm the one who's just like, oh, you did drugs, you're gonna die now. I mean, I want to say I would be the final girl. I would love to be the final girl, but that's the thing. I could. I know the rules. I could be the final girl, or I could be the independent girl, or I could be the nerd, because I'm a bit of a nerd, and I could be the asshole. I mean, there's just so much about this novel that I took from it, just like the narrative, the characterization. It was just so engaging, and it really made me think, like, yeah, we tend to put people in the boxes. Let's just get rid of the box. But that's how horror movies work. You know, you have to put someone in that box in order for them to fit the trope, so that they fit into the formula for why horror movies work. It was just a whole lot of fun, and I think this novel was absolutely phenomenal. If you can't tell, I loved it. I absolutely love the pacing. I love the storytelling. I love how you've got the guy who knows all about how to survive a horror movie if you were in them. Like, well, theoretically, it's just like, well, what kind of horror movie are we dealing with? You know, it deals with different types of slashers, you know, and it deals with different types of just horror movies, and it's great, and I loved it, and I loved the little mashup in here, and I loved just how Wellington just flips it. I really, really do love how the author just flips the narrative, because then it keeps you guessing, like, who's gonna die next? Oh, you think it's this person? Wrong. It's this one, actually. It's a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to read. So on that note, of course I will, of course, include links in the description if you want to purchase the book. On that note, thank you again for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with all your book-loving friends. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and as always, happy reading.